Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to unbox and review a cheap Chinese drone known as the LYZ L600 Pro Max. So in the box we have the drone itself, a battery, the remote, an optional obstacle avoidance sensor, some extra propellers, and two Chinese manuals. So let's have a closer look at what's inside the box. The two manuals are in Chinese. One is to help you set up the drone, and the other is to help you set up the drone using your phone as a controller. One battery. This is for the Pro Max, which is a 4500 mAh battery. Then we have the drone itself. It is a foldable drone with 4 arms. And then we have the controller. This is a 5 GHz RF controller. And then we have 8 extra propellers. We also get some extra screws and a mini screwdriver, a USB-C cable, and the actual props. You also get an extra set of screws just in case you lose some while flying. Now let's have a look at what's in the smaller box. In this box, you'll find an optional sensor. It's an obstacle avoidance sensor that oscillates about when placed on top of the drone. It helps the drone avoid obstacles, and it switches directions based on the direction to which you try to fly the drone. For example, if you try to move forward, this sensor will turn and face the forward part of the drone. If you try to fly backwards, the sensor will turn backwards, thereby preventing any collision from the rear end of the drone. To fly the drone, you first have to unfold the legs, which each attach to a brushless motor. We will not be flying using the obstacle avoidance today. So to fly, you first fit in the 4500 mAh battery through the back, and then remove the lens cover. This is the camera cover that protects the gimbal from mechanical damage. This camera has a 3-axis gimbal, and as you can see, the camera is loosely mounted on the gimbal. It also comes installed with a 32 GB memory card, which is also optional. We have another camera at the bottom, which also acts as an optical flow sensor. Now, to start flying the drone, you first and foremost press the power button on the battery until you hear the start beep. And then you have to wait for the camera to calibrate on 3 of its axes. That is roll, pitch, and yaw. At this juncture, I just wanted to see if the drone would fly or if the propellers would come on. So once the controller is on and connected, the flashing lights at the front of the drone will stop flashing. To fly the drone, there is a one key takeoff button which you press to activate the motors, and then press again for takeoff. We will not be taking off just yet. Let us perform an indoor test flight of the drone. First and foremost, it is very critical to perform a calibration of the drone. By this, you will turn the drone around on its horizontal axis and then around again on its vertical axis. Once the calibration is done, you have to set the drone in GPS off mode and then press the takeoff button. As you can see, the altitude hold on this cheap Chinese drone is very good. It's even comparable to the more premium drones, professional drones like the DJI. At this point, I was just flexing. I observed that the altitude hold on this drone is comparable to the more professional drones like the DJI Mavic Mini. I was so confident that I could place down the controller without any fear. This is the actual footage of the drone while flying inside. You can see that the gimbal was doing a very good job at stabilizing the video alongside the electronic image stabilization. The 2K quality video of this drone is also quite impressive. After testing out the hover, I was so confident that I decided to try some actual flying. The joysticks on this drone's remote controller appear to be very sensitive. Any twitch of the finger led to a reaction from the drone. As you can see, it's needless to say that my nerves were on edge the whole time. Please don't try this at home. Let us now try our outdoor flight. As per the manufacturer specifications, it was indicated that the drone can fly up to 400 meters high. So I wanted to test that limit. Just a word of caution: when you fly a drone, you at least have to be licensed to fly, or at least be considerate of the height that you might fly in. Also, avoid flying over any military bases, restricted areas, or residential areas, at least not without prior authorization by a licensing authority. The following is actual footage from the drone. As you can see, the drone footage is quite steady. This is due to the gimbal that is attached to the camera. This drone's total flight time is estimated to be around 14 minutes. So it's always advisable to have an extra pack of batteries or two. This drone also has an auto return to home feature, which I did not use. The feature seemed to be accurate for the most part. Here is some more footage for your enjoyment. Okay fam, thank you very much for watching. Catch you in the next one.